He gets lassoed. He's probably okay.
Kunkka
There's
for
no-
Reality Rift looks like it could be all right. Ember and Bat Rider, some nice catch. Puck could have been good with the Dream Coil. It's wouldn't have been my first ban, but I like where the T1's heads are at. They need some sort of congealing mid that can set something up right now.
Congealing?
Somebody that can congeal these team fights, dude. Puck's pulling them all together. He's a congealer.
Really just use congealing?
You know what I'm saying?
I
They need the rug that's going to tie
lately.
the whole room together, man.
But the second you say congealing, I just picture fat, like, on the top of a super sauce. Like I'm boiling off the stalk. No, there's Puck. In the bacon fat.
Who else has setup that they could take mid?
Who else can congeal this together?
Who's my other top congealer? They banned the OD.
Oh, they're going to ban the OD.
All right.
So, Kunkka, DK.
Those are still my top two.
What about what have they been picking lately? They've played some Wind Ranger. They've played. What was this lineup? Mirana, Lich, Terrorblade, Tusk, Enigma. Was it? They played a mid Mirana. Are these guys mid Mirana gamers? That sounds pretty wild. No, Alacrity played at safe lane.
Say it.
And they played mid TB.
Mid Mirana doesn't sound very good, but I'll be honest, I haven't really seen it, so.
Alacrity did safe lane Mirana with a 17-minute eggs.
I mean, I don't think it's great here, but they could take Death Prophet if they wanted it. As we've seen, the hero feels fairly easy to play around in like the core mid role, but it does give them something to fight around, which that kind of feels like they're lacking right now.
I think they're probably trying to figure out what the hell they're going to do with Timber.
Yeah.
They're probably just like, we need to make sure that some lane's going to be decent for this hero. Can he handle Caudle and Ember? Maybe. Maybe with the help of like a Shadow Demon Mirana are probably going to go level 1 with the Timber to try and get a kill. And then Shadow Demon will TP down to the Slark. Or maybe even the Mirana TPs down to the Slark and they just try and like bully. Void Spirit. Okay. Sort of a fits the tempo of the Slark and the Timber hero, gives us a better initiation, has the Astral Step for a setup for the arrow. That's a nice new hero that pairs really well with Mirana, actually. And we already saw it with the Shadow Demon too, where you can disrupt into Astral Step.
Yeah.
Not Astral Step, sorry. Aether.
Resonance.
Spirit or whatever the hell it's called. Aether Taunt.
The Pulse.
Aether
Pulse
Pull.
Resonance. Whatever.
I have to learn all skill
I
names.
don't know, dude.
I know them during the game, and then I forget them instantly after. It's just like, whoop.
I don't love it. This Reality Rift draft just feels a little one-dimensional to me. I don't know how they ever push. I don't know how they win team fights.
You're right. It is not a team fight draft. It is complete solo pickoff.
Like really
and
solo
snowball.
pickoff.
So what's the counter to that? ST1.
Good team fight. They've already got pretty good counters.
Yep.
I think you just want to take a mid that can quote unquote dumpster the Void Spirit as much as possible. That's what I'd be looking at.
I would say that they do not have very many cooldowns though on the side of Reality Rift that they have to worry about at all.
True.
So I would not want to get any more like long cooldown heroes. They already have Coddle and Shaker. They kind of have to space out their fights a little bit. Maybe like a Queen of Pain-esque hero here or something.
Let's see the Meepo. Let's go.
I wouldn't mind Lena either. Meepo? Oh, it's actually a pretty... Well, there's Timber, I guess.
There's Timber, but he just does so well against... Ooh, Lesh. I like it. More team
so why
fight.
Leshrac?
High tempo.
Yeah. Compared to Lena, it's less instant burst for... well, I guess that's arguable. It's just more... It's like less cost-effective burst in a sense for Lasso, but you can still mostly get the solo kills because you just have the follow-up stun just like Lena does. You give more tower push. What is their like frontliner though? That's a little awkward this game. Like Lesh kind of has to be the front line, which is kind of scary considering all the single target damage that we just discussed that have.
Yeah.
It's not like he's a Dragon Knight or something,
Yeah.
you know?
No, that's definitely a good point. They have so much follow-up though.
Yes.
It's definitely
and like counter initiation.
There's definitely some choreography that T1 has to execute here, but
Man, look at you go. What, did you get the fucking C word of the day in your calendar or something? Congeal choreography?
Something like that.
What's going on? You woke up on the right side of the bed, my man.
Woo!
This what you've been needing all this time for your casting?
You know what it is? I've been watching House recently, and I've been falling asleep to it, so I just wake up with these like subliminal zingers in my head. Because that whole show is just House being mean to people. That's basically... Aaron Mozart's just like
it is.
He just goes, he yells at somebody and then talks to Wilson about it, and that's the whole show. She said something, and I had a very witty comeback. And then good guy Wilson tells him he's a jerk, and the whole cycle repeats.
God, I haven't watched House in forever.
Me neither.
You're not wrong though,
dude. Quarantine times, I've been diving deep. I don't have cable. You know, I'm a nice millennial. I stream everything. And sometimes I like to pretend like I have cable. You know, I'll just put on SVU Season 5 and just binge 4 episodes. And just pretend like I'm watching an SVU marathon on TV.
Like you have no other choice.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I do it to myself.
Play some ads every once in a while.
I just downgraded my Hulu. It feels just like old times. Dude, I really like this T1 draft. Let's pull up some odds here. And we're going to see what the smarty arties think.
Prepare for a lesson.
Oh, prepare for a lesson. Tell him, Miracle.
Your anger is useless here.
Okay, map 1 winner. Whoa. 2.01 for Reality Rift, 1.75 for T1. I would definitely take that 1.7 for T1. But hey.
Oh, packet lost. I just turned off my light. I'm not turning it back.
That's all good.
Guys, we'll just have to deal.
Have a little pause here.
Yeah, I am. I'm preferring the T1 draft. Problems I could foresee though. If the Bat Rider doesn't get matched up versus the Timber, maybe that can create something for them.
True.
If the Bat like struggles a little bit at the very beginning, maybe he gets bullied somewhat by the Shadow Demon and the Mirana, because the Shaker is going to be sort of wandering a little and not that helpful during the laning stage. If the Shaker and the Bat have a bad start, they're actually pretty important in this game, and those are the kind of heroes that if they're not ready, then the snowball could start for Reality Rift. But for Reality Rift, it's all about Timber.
We'll probably want to pipe this game. Pretty darn good pipe game.
For both sides, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, hard to see one really coming out on the Radiant. That's true. And then it's also less important for
I'm
them.
very excited about this Lesh, though. I cannot wait to watch the first 2 waves of this mid lane.
I've always been a big fan of Lesh. That was other than TI5.
He was,
but it's not,
before I discovered Dazzle, when I first started playing Dota 2, Lesh was my favorite hero. And that's why my Lesh win rate is still 35%.
That's like my Puck win rate. It's like the exact same deal. I started playing Dota. I was like, whoa, Puck. This hero's so cool. And I was so bad. Good times.
And Lesh was pretty busted back then, too. There have been a lot of changes to this hero that have leveled him out. Remember when Diabolic Edict didn't have a cast point? You could just click it while you were running and not slow down at all? Those were fun times.
Yeah, the original Edict. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was another one of those funky damage type ones. So Edict is just all physical now? Is that where we finally settled down?
Yes, it was mixed damage
Composite?
or whatever, right? What was it called? Chaos?
So Chaos was the one that just went through everything. Composite was the weird 50% physical, 50% magic. I think like Alk Acid Spray was composite. Beastmaster Axes, I think, were composite. And Edict, there were maybe a few others. It was really a strange mechanic. I don't pretend to understand why. Now, it is Mirana mid, so you called this.
Yeah, the core Mirana, and they're running the support Void Spirit.
Ugh. What do you think about support Void Spirit?
I don't know. It looks surprisingly effective when I watch it. I mean, it makes sense with some of his abilities, right?
Taunt,
like having essentially a blink and a taunt like this is pretty annoying. And this was what we were concerned about, was getting the good matchups with some of these heroes. And look what RR have done. They put this super deep ward right now that is scouting where the Batrider is going. So that's why they knew that he was going to be bottom. And now they're going to see that he's rotating top. Now the question is, what do they do with KYXY? Does he want to start doing the counter run? Because if he TPs, then obviously Forev's just going to TP right to his lane, and they're going to get that matchup that they're looking for.
Yeah.
So your best hope is to try and get some sort of a kill using like disruption or something.
I mean, I guess we still abide by the logic of whoever TPs first is going to lose that lane position battle. So the fact that Forev has made the walk is going to position them pretty well now. And
getting this kill would be a nice way to kind of make up for this whole journey too.
It's going to be a tough one. Does have a fairy fire as well.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought Miracle was going to run him down because he had the bolas coming up relatively soon.
Yeah, it's 3 heroes, though. I don't know how far you want to go. Looking at mid. Lesh
First blood.
off to a pretty good start here. 9-3 compared to 6-1.
Yeah, I don't think T1 are in a good spot right now. They're doing way too much rotating.
Now Miracle running through mid. Hello, goodbye.
Oh, but this courier up top. Olsen wants it.
Let's see it.
The first blood.
2 couriers.
Oh, 2. Olsen, go. Chase it down. All right, do you got the jukes, Sponge Courier? Oh, he's got the jukes. Screw the mid lane. It's about the courier.
Whoa. He gets it.
Oh, my God.
He gets a twofer. Courier's on BOGO for T1.
All right, so meanwhile, the mid lane kill looks like Miracle making that big rotation through. He then came back, gave the Slight the fist, the Slight and the bolas, and in your dream finished him off with the narrowly surviving.
And now still very low after hanging out in lane. This is where it gets a little scary. Morana's come back. Look at this bait, though. In your dream has friends nearby.
Oh, my God. I can't believe I hit the range creep.
Is this going to be great bait?
Dead.
Miracle was there. Now in your dream comes back. Edict is on. Lightning comes out. Alacrity's down again.
Oh, that's so frustrating.
Woo!
He screwed up. And remember, it's not RNG anymore. It is purely the closest unit to you, and he just screwed it up a little. The creep was a little closer. Perfect positioning by In Your Dream.
Knowing his limits. So, better for T1 now, though. They've won this lane shuffle for now. KYXY is stuck against Forev. Looks like there's a trade down bottom. Yoakum for Hustle. Or Hustler, rather. My mistake there.
Yeah, and Shaker was part of the kill first, so he did manage to get some XP before dying, which is good. Only 44, though, so not a big deal.
Slight edge for T1, though.
Very impressive that they managed to get something out of all those extremely long rotations.
Well, the rotations definitely worked out for this mid matchup. I just love how they handled that. Even with the Starstorm play, In Your Dream sticking around on low HP pretty intentionally to try to get Alacrity to make an aggressive movement there.
Dude, he's double his net worth right now.
I mean, he's almost triple his last hits.
Minutes.
So, yeah, and math adds up. Checks out.
That is brutal.
And, I mean, Lesh, talk about an early momentum hero. This is one of those cores that can take over the game with a start like this. Slark going to get killed down bottom, so another win for Miracle, getting credit for that kill even. Seems the support Void Spirit not able to do enough.
And that's going to be 5-minute bounties now as up top. Nuts is forced to TP out.
Heads up play there. And bounties.
Yoakum, is he going to go for this? Nah, he's just going to take this one and be happy with it. Yeah. Oh, Yoakum has a bottle.
3 for T1.
Oh, it's Miracle's bottle. Aha, I see.
Yeah, he's just going to go fill it up for his bud.
Yeah, and take a couple of the charges, too.
Well, you got to take a tip. I mean, if you're not taking a rake for your services, you're missing out.
Olsen with the sneaky rotation in between the tier 1 and the tier 2. Going to plant a ward on his way as well.
All right. Great ward placement if it doesn't get
make
scouted.
A play with Fisher.
Down bottom, it's going to be a 3-on-2. Hustler initiated on. Nice stun. Coddle Blast comes through. Slark is only level 5 right now, so needs to be a little bit careful. Doesn't have that Shadow Dance to reset. But T1 will be lacking some damage here.
not getting that shutdown on the Timber Saw they were hoping for with the matchup, just because the rotation took so long, and then there weren't any kills in the actual lane of the Timber either.
Yeah.
So Forev's doing okay. He's not like insanely far behind, but KYXY is having a field day.
Now back down bottom. Rotation from Nuts. Gonna turn into a tri-lane for both sides.
They didn't believe in it. Didn't even go for the Aether Remnant.
Sort of unfortunate.
Dire Ward spots this rotation from In Your Dream. So they're going to not get hit by the pony. Dances his way back with the haste rune.
Feels a little unfortunate that RR aren't really able to do much with this Shadow Demon Mirana combo. Hard to say.
Yeah, Nuts could smoke mid, though.
Yeah.
He just hasn't.
I mean, it's not impossible, but you look at that combo picked up and you just picture a side lane kind of getting dumpstered because there aren't a lot of counterplays against that arrow setup. But in the mid,
oh, man, Nuts just screwed up.
you're just missing out on all that potential value.
Nuts just ran up, and he missed the Shadow Poison onto the hard camp, and then he missed the right-click timing on the Ancient as well. So these should both be stacked right now. And theoretically, with the Shadow Demon, you can do all three as well.
Well,
That is like one of the huge value points for this hero. So I'm sure Nuts a little disappointed that he's not getting those stacks. Team needs them.
one of the big disparities in this game is the supports. Shadow Demon's still only level 2.
I mean, the Shaker basically had lane farm for the first couple of minutes as well, so that's a part of the reason why.
Yeah. I mean, it's starting to feel like it doesn't matter that much that, I mean, this Timbersaw's free farming. Forev is doing well enough that he's getting experience.
Oh, no.
He gets the courier.
Bad micro there from KYXY. There's no reason that courier had to die.
And mid is still a complete disaster. Alacrity 41-9 compared to this Alesh, who's now starting to rotate a little bit. 58 or 60 and 15 as he finishes off those neutrals. Number 1 on net worth by a nice margin for 8 minutes. In Your Dream,
I mean,
pretty
much
happy right now.
all of his last hits are neutrals, by the way, for Alacrity. Like, that's why he's so poor.
Yeah. That's, oh, God, look at his inventory. Yeah.
Hey, his boots are coming. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. Oh, you're right. That actually does make it a little better.
Not really. It's still pretty bad.
I mean, at least he's got
I mean,
the
Leshrac
boots.
gets the same thing at 1,200 gold.
It's just so easy for Lesh to push these towers. They get this tier 1 up top. It's not a trade. RR still rotate 2 more heroes. They've got 4 heroes in the top lane. They don't save the tower, and T1 just walk away. Like, all right,
Well,
objective
the best
down.
part about this, look where both T1 supports are. Caudle is blasting out mid, getting the gold, and Shaker is farming under his tower. Shaker has Tranquils and his 800 gold towards a Blink Dagger at 9 minutes. That's terrifying.
Set up in the top lane, but In Your Dreams here, he's going to do some big damage. They do bring down Miracle, but what will be the cost? So far, just avoid Spirit. Nuts and KYXY on the run. Yokum, a little light on mana here. Does have some stick charges. But Pelosin will now rotate, and they will be outnumbered. 4-2, RR split it up. Nuts will be the sacrificial lamb as Mirana is left to pressure this tier 1 mid.
Oh, mid lane, they're going to go for a play onto Alacrity here. He's got 3 leaps, though, and they missed the stun. Didn't want to wait for the bolas. Olsen trying to take back this outpost. Jukes and jives. Looks like that TP came in a little bit too early. Oh yeah, Slack's right. Never mind. He spotted the ward with his ulti. So there's an observer sentry here that Nuts is going to de-ward.
Yep. Slark looking for a defusal first. Standard on the Slark.
Blade Mill for KYXY, by the way.
Huh.
That's a bit interesting. Lots of uncontrollable damage, though, right? Batrider, Earthshaker,
Yeah.
Leshrac, Ember. Basically, all of their heroes actually have some form of, like, kind of too big to fully control AoE.
Yeah.
And there's that catapult killing that we discussed earlier as well. But unfortunately, it's versus a Leshrac, so not going to matter that much.
I thought maybe a Hooded Defiance first would be the play for KYXY. I'm curious to see how this Blade Mail works out. Fight breaking out in the mid lane. Potom looking to go down first. Yokum with the dunk, but does get killed himself. Even Slark's made the rotation, a 1-for-1 so far. Tier 1 still standing. T1, they want to commit. Miracle jumps on in, And they will find the Void Spirit second. Now looking for KYXY. Nice stun, stops the chain. And there's a Fattest Ignis, catches Nuts on the edge. And RR are going to take heavy losses here. Well worth the death on Yokum to pick up 4 kills in the mid. Big stuff.
Yeah, they just ditched the tower, right? They just dove right past and we're like, yeah, I see kill opportunities here. Let's just go for that instead. Because the tower's just going to be free right after with 4 points in Edict.
Mirana Alacrity playing an impressive support Mirana from the mid lane right now.
Oh my god, Drew's insane, dude. What was that?
I don't know. Is this going to work out? I don't think so. This Slark just feeds in the mid lane. In Your Dream might go down. Gets banished, buys them a little bit of time. They're trying to commit, and they will bring down the Lesh. That's a big streak, but it does go to Nuts, unfortunately, on the Shadow Demon. Now he's going to go down as Yokum gets a stun on 2. KYXY going to be in a little bit of trouble. They might be light on damage to bring him down. The Bat Rider flying back over. Arrow connects on the Coddle, and RR will be able to make it back. High prize kill on the Lesh, but I don't know if that's worth your Slark at this point.
I would say it's not. He's like the one hero that you need to be snowballing. Like, I would be fine if it was the Mirana just dying again, and she's the one feeding away to try and create that opportunity, but the Slark is like the guy who needs that gold the most.
I think if Slark had gotten the kill for the shutdown
and
killed the Lesh first, I'd feel a lot better.
How about this bottom, though?
But given that he didn't get anything for that shutdown kill on the Lesh it's pretty rough.
Oh my god, he's dead! I thought that after with the creep wave, maybe he was fine, but the supports rotating through just guarantee it.
Drew.
Dude, T1.
Drew.
Looking T1.
You hate to see it. Back-to-back deaths on the Slark.
All right, everyone's hidden. They went for the Moonlight Shadow. Who got spotted? Anybody? No, they knew.
Oh.
I guess the creep wave was dying anyway.
That was the shovel creep. Okay. I don't know. Might have just been good game sense. You know, you talked about the Coddle paired with the Ember Spirit. It's also really good paired with the Lesh for these rotations. The cooldown reduction.
Lesh, Shaker.
And Shaker, too. Yep.
Kind of a busted-ass hero. Look at his build, too. The 1-1-4. Just other skills worthless.
Dude, he
just Shocker. Shocker, my
friend. He knows his place in this game.
Yeah.
Smoke up, looking for a pick mid, perhaps. And with Lesh, you don't really have to kill somebody to make this worth it. They'll go for the tower. Timber Chain interrupted with a lasso, and KYXY put to bed. Didn't even get to use the Blade Mail. Now, he will go for the Hood of Defiance next, which I think will be key. But, you know, Blade Mail is only good if you can survive to return the damage.
Yeah. Or press the button.
Well, that too. They've got enough stuns that it feels like the Timber is very controllable. Timber Chain has been basically a non-factor in these last couple engagements.
Timbersaw's been a non-factor.
But yeah, because you can't use Timber Chain.
Oh, nice. The broken Bat Rider item. The Keen Optic.
Oh, mama.
That's a good one. I think I'd rather... Personally, I like the Brooch probably a little bit more.
Yeah.
But Keen Optic's like second best.
The Brooch is definitely a good, feel-good item. But, yeah, one of the few heroes that 75 cast range feels legit significant on.
Yeah. Oh, look at this stack that Fred's about to start working on here. Nice, nice. Couple of double stacks, and then right into the camp, and then 15 minutes, and we're going to have bots on In Your Dream here momentarily to go alongside his Yules.
Dude, it feels so good when you can get away with this build on Lesh. You're paper thin, but the Yules gives you all the survivability you need, and now you're just cruising. You're a racehorse. Well, he will be with the bots.
I'm kind of surprised that Yokum doesn't have Blink, honestly. I guess it was that death that slowed him down that much. They're going to try and get a kill on him right before the Blink Dagger here. This would be a great one to pick off.
Oh, uses his fissure even.
It's going to be tough. He's in the middle of these creeps.
Oh, my God. The banish doesn't set up for too much. Coddle comes in. I don't think they're going to find Yokum. In fact, it's going to turn back the other way. Timbersaw's here. And Yokum drops the stun to secure that kill onto Alacrity. Now they'll find Nuts. He moves into the Ancients, but doubtful a deny is going to take place, and it ends up as a double kill for the Leshrac.
I believe that would be one of those disasters that Toby likes to talk about.
Yeah.
I think that qualifies as one.
Yeah.
Going for the gank onto a one-man Earthshaker, hoping to stop his Blink Dagger pickup, and you just feed him the gold for the Blink Dagger from 2 heroes.
Looked like a bit of a miscommunication too with the Starstorm and the Disruption. Like they were just all over the place.
Well, he had to Starstorm to kill the creep wave. That's why. So he could hit the arrow after.
Yeah.
And so he was hoping that he'd just get enough damage overall between that and the I guess like the Soul Catcher and all the poison, but yeah, it was just
Yes.
good survival positioning from Yoakum to like kind of think of that. And now he's got Nether Shell too.
Oh. That's gonna be dirty. So they actually hand the Keen Optic over to Coddle, and right now Bat Rider's chilling with that clumsy net. Interesting.